There is a huge mistake you can make right now with magic charms from Dura's trials, and I'm going to put this right in front of this guide's video because I want you to avoid making this mistake. It seems like the devs added the recycle system to magic charms, kind of similar to equipment, and once you recycle magic charms, you will get yellow essence. This yellow essence has a description saying you can use it to exchange for magic charms, and also states that this material can be used for crafting magic charms. So I looked everywhere for where this crafting system could be. I went through all the merchants, my inventory, clicking on different magic charms, and still there just doesn't seem to be any way to craft magic charms yet, so I guess it will be added later in the game. But here is the problem with all of this. You can recycle magic charms for heroes that you don't have yet. So right now I don't have Diurnal, but I do have a purple, or better known as Elite Diurnal's magic charm, and the game wants me to recycle it, but I kind of want to keep that rare magic charm for whenever I get him. This counts for all unowned heroes right now and all magic charms you get in the future. So please avoid recycling right now, because the crafting system doesn't seem to be implemented yet. I looked everywhere on Discord and other places where I can get info about the crafting system, but I just don't see anyone knowing about when the crafting system will be implemented into the game. So it is better to avoid it until we get some more info about it and not throwing away some of our magic charms. But now that you know about this, let's talk about Dura's trials and magic charms. And also, don't forget to hit that sub button for more AFK Journey content and other gacha game related content, like Withering Waves coming up soon. I would highly appreciate you being a part of this community. So, Dura's trial cycles between sunrise and sunset, and there is 6 stages on each, making it 12 stages in total, with each having their own levels. You will have access to these stages depending on the schedule every day, cycling between sunrise and sunset. Every Sunday you will also have access to all 6 stages, and this cycles between sunrise and sunset's levels each week. So for example, this Sunday you will have access to all sunrises levels, and next week Sunday you will have access to all sunsets levels. You start out with 3 Dura's tokens to spend on these stages, and the first time you clear a stage you won't spend these tokens and will get the rewards for free. Another thing worth pointing out is if you complete levels 6 and 12 for the first time, of any stage you will gain 1 more Dura's token per day, meaning you will eventually have 5 tokens a day, which is great and worth knowing. Once you have completed the level, you will unlock sweeping, and with sweeping you get the rewards instantly without fighting again, and this will consume your tokens. Each higher level will increase the drop rate of higher tier charms, so I highly recommend doing the highest level possible with sweeping on the specific class stages that you want the charms for, since your tokens are limited. You will also get extra charm boxes for doing a special mission on each level, and each stage will have specific hero stats boosted that actually helps quite a lot in completing these missions. Also be aware that magic charms doesn't have random affix types or values, meaning that all the charms has the same stats of their unique names. So if you get the same magic charm twice, they won't have different stats, which is nice. You have less grinding to do than looking for the best stats possible. The most important thing to know is probably what you should prioritize between all sets. Each class has a different magic charm set effect, and they start from Elite, Epic, and then Legendary and Mythic having the same set effect, but with upgrades, and they all come with 3 magic charm slots. Now some of these set effects for each class are stronger than other classes in my opinion. It will come down to what you want to focus on and which heroes you are using to know which magic charms you should prioritize. I highly recommend focusing on your marksman's charms if you use marksman's and want to deal more damage in Dream Realm, because their set increases your damage and attack speed the longer the battle goes on for, and eventually more crit damage too when you get legendary or higher magic charms for them. If you use a mage like I do sometimes in Dream Realm, you can also try to prioritize the mage set, as it gives more energy for casting ults, giving them a nice boost in almost everywhere. So this set is more universal than the marksman set, where you have to survive for quite a while longer to get all the set effect. But if you want to focus on AFK stages to progress faster, I highly recommend going for the support set, because you get an insane set effect healing your lowest HP ally for 80% every 8 seconds, and this is really good for survivability. And this will turn into 2 targets once it is legendary or above. The tank set is decent for AFK stage pushing and other places, but it only heals a bit, and you get a small damage reduction that can be nice, but it only activates once you are low HP, which I feel can be a bit too late and lower priority than the support's magic charm. The warrior set effect can be good, but I feel like right now the only warrior that would gain a lot from this is Florabelle, because it affects a warrior's summons too, giving more damage if your HP is high and life drain if your HP is low. The rogue set effect is really good, I think, if you use Vala in PvP, or if you can somehow get a kill somewhere in the AFK stages and some other PvE modes. Then maybe it can be useful, but it's pretty useless against Dream Realm since you never kill something unless it works against a boss that summons a few minions, but the description does state enemy hero, so I doubt it will work sadly, but I could be wrong. So to summarize it up, for Dream Realm I would say Marksman is the highest priority, unless you use Ulsa or another mage for DPS here, then you should go for the mage one instead. For AFK stages, PvP and honestly almost everywhere, the support set effect is really good and universal, making it probably the safest pick if you don't focus on something too specific. The tank is decent, but not the highest priority I think for now, because the set effect activates a bit too late to keep the tank alive. At least this was my experience with it so far. The rogue set effect, if you use Vala in PvP, can be on the priority list for sure, but please be aware charms unfortunately only works in seasonal content, so normal arena doesn't count, meaning this would only be for Supreme Arena. Then the warrior set effect can also be a priority for you if you use Florabelle a lot, since it sounds good with her. But in the end, you should choose what priorities you think is the best for you depending on what you want to exceed in AFK Journey. Also, make sure to check out this video about Ulsa if you want to see how she performs in different situations and wondering if it is a good idea to summon her from the banner, or if you should eventually put her on your wishlist.